When did things turn for you? And I said, when I implemented that.
Welcome back, everybody. Joe Everest, the fence expert. Hey, one of the most common pieces of feedback we get about the Saturday morning live Ask the Expert segment is those things are long, and they're not wrong. They last about 3 hours, 2.5 to 3 hours. Sometimes, a few weeks ago, Caleb and I got into a pretty good discussion about marketing. I think it lasted closer to 4 hours. Nobody's got time to sit through 4 hours of listening to a couple experts talk. I get it. So Jeremy's created a new segment just for you guys called Hot Takes. It's usually a shorter segment of the longer conversation, basically hitting the hot topics, if you will, of that live segment. So without further ado, here comes this week's Hot Take.
That's a great idea. I need to do something a little bit better. We just had an appreciation day that we do once a quarter. But I love the idea of getting everybody together. One thing that I have done over the years is every year I try to pick a major project. This year it was building a pond. We're building Lake Mallard. I think I told everybody
Operation
about
Mallard.
it. And here's what I do is I try to make it something really cool and I give it a title like Lake Mallard. Everybody knows around here. When I'm talking about Lake Mallard, everybody knows exactly what I'm talking about. And then I try to get as many people involved that I think it gets them out of their comfort zone so I can get them going on. But I just do that once a year. I wonder if I can make that like little mini versions of that once a month.
So I'll tell you where we came from on the monthly meetings. Honestly, Matt, we're trying to get closer to your Monday morning meetings.
Oh,
right. We can't do it every week. Just we can. It's not that we can't. We can. But for us, it makes sense to do it on a monthly basis. And so the other part of this day, so we have lunch together, and then that afternoon we spend a couple hours talking about, so Sarah talks about residential sales. What did we sell this month? What do we have outstanding? What do I think is coming down the pipeline? Commercial, my dad says, what do we do this month? What's coming up next month? What's coming down the pipeline? And then production talks about, what they got produced this month, any roadblocks they had, that sort of thing. So we can try to help them. They say, so one thing that came up a few months ago was, hey, we're consistently like 15 pickets short. Now we bring extras with us, but I notice on the work orders, it's always like 15 short for some reason. Well, what we figured out was with Postmaster Post, you have to account for the cover board. And our average project had 15 postmasters on it. We're like, oh, okay. So we just know. But since we're all at the same table, having the same conversation, now Sarah's hearing that. And she's like, oh, you know what? I know exactly what that is. Okay. And she makes a note and then it's fixed. Right? It's not, because what used to happen and still kind of happens to a certain extent is Scott, the crew chief, would come to me and he'd say, hey, I got this problem. And then I would go to Sarah and say, hey, we got to figure out this problem. And it almost becomes a game of phone tag or what's that? The game telephone, where you start with one message and it ends up totally different, right? It starts out brown cow and ends up white elephant or something.
Yep.
So just because those two are on different schedules. So Sarah would be out of the office. So Scott would tell me the problem. Then I would meet with Sarah and then we'd figure it out. This puts us all at the same table at the same time. We also talk about like overall revenue, what we did. We talk about the P&L. Hey, this is where the money came in. This is where the money came out. This is the money that we're left with to figure out what we can do to grow this company.
Do you think this has made you a better company?
Yeah, I do. I really, really do.
Isn't it amazing when you get together? We have all this technology. We have email, text, blah, 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 blah. And we think that we're communicating when we're doing that.
Yeah.
But I'm telling you, I've said, people have asked me, when did things turn for you? And I said, when I implemented that Monday morning meeting and I made it a commitment that we are doing it every single Monday, folks, whether it rains, it snows. We're not going to meet this Monday. We're going to meet Tuesday, but it's the Monday morning meeting. It's just on a Tuesday, but we do it every single week. And I talk about a leadership topic, a life topic, and a safety topic. And then I also give them a chance. If you have a bitch or a gripe, bring it up now.
Yep.
Let's talk about it. And I'm telling you, it has changed. And so many people are like, oh, man, you don't understand. We just can't do that. And I'm like, what part do I understand? We travel in every single state other than California, which is actually kind of like another country. So we don't go there. But we are in every single state. And we still pull it off. And it's tough, but you have to make a commitment, which is my soapbox about time. Be deliberate about your time. Yeah. Make it valuable. Anyhow, I'll shut up now. But I think that's a great idea.
Yeah, so we've only been doing it for 3 months, 4 months maybe. All right, guys, that concludes this week's Hot Take. Did you like it? Did you not like it? Do you like the format? Do you not like the format? Let me know in the comments below. We're still figuring this out, and we could use your help. But for now, I'm Joe Everest, the fence expert, reminding you that good fences make good neighbors. And I'll see you next time.